Hi, tonight we're going to do upper body foundational strength for swimming. This can take the place of a swim workout while you are at home during lockdown. So first we're going to start with pull-ups. If you have a pull-up bar, either built in or one of the ones that you can stick on the door jamb, just do basic pull-ups to failure. So as many as you can to failure 2 times. Basic pull-up. You'll keep going until you can't do any more. Rest for about 30 seconds to a minute and then do another set. If you don't have a pull-up bar and you have a squat rack, you can do pull-ups here, or even if you have a pull-up bar but you can't quite do a full pull-up yet, you can do it here with a little bit of assistance, knees bent, and you're trying to use your legs as little as possible. Chin to the bar. Upper body doing most of the work, your legs just helping as little as you can. If you don't have either a squat rack or a pull-up bar, you can create a pull-up station with a dowel, a broomstick. This is a dowel from a closet. On bar stools or even just chairs, sturdy chairs. They might not be high enough, but you could stack books on them or pillows to make it higher. The bar stools are a pretty good height. Make sure that's sturdy. Lie directly under the bar and pull your chest to the bar. And that's not exactly the same as a pull-up, but still a good exercise. Next, we're gonna do a pull down with the tubing. So you want to attach the tubing up high somewhere, maybe over the top of a door or rafters or anything that you have secure up above you. If you need to, so this is not quite high enough, my band's not strong enough, so I'm gonna come down on my knees, grab the band up high and pull straight down. Abs pulled in tight, nice long neck. Think about pulling your elbows down towards your back pockets. And for those, you're going to do 2 sets of 15 to 20 repetitions. Actually, everything is going to be 2 sets of 15 to 20, except the pull-ups and one other exercise. Next step is going to be a single arm chest press. You're going to secure your tubing about chest level to something behind you. Then you're going to step out. For this one, you want to stand with your feet hip distance apart, hips square, shoulders square. The idea is to keep your core as stable as you can as you press forward with the band. So you don't want to let your body rotate as you press. You want to hold stable and press. 15 to 20, and then switch sides. 15 to 20 on the other side. Keeping the core steady. Next, we're going to move to the physio ball. This is a physio ball. We're going to do a 90-degree elbow bend, reverse fly. So chest on the ball, elbows at 90 degrees, keeping your core tight, abs pulled in, glutes squeezed, and just lift up to a T position and back down. 15 to 20 of these. If you want, you can add some weights if you have them. If you don't have weights, just doing it without weight will be a good exercise as well. Same thing here. And if you do not have a physio ball, you can just do it on the ground. Looking straight down at the ground, elbows at 90 degrees, and just lift off the floor a couple inches. And again, 15 to 20 repetitions of that twice. Next up is the upright row. You're gonna take the tubing, step down in the middle, cross the straps so that you're pulling a slight angle and then pull straight up. Hands towards your armpits, elbows leading on the way up. If your tubing is not quite long enough to do both arms at a time, you can do just one arm, stand on it with your opposite leg, and pull up. 15 to 20, and then switch sides. Next up is going to be the seated row. So I'll use the ball again. If you don't have the ball, you can just sit on a chair or a bench. We're going to attach the strap around something sturdy again, about waist level out. And then sit back far enough so that you have some tension on your band, and just pull straight back. Abs pulled in tight. Think about squeezing your shoulder blades together as you pull the band back, keeping your posture nice and tall so your core doesn't move at all, only your arms move. And if you do have a ball and you want to make this more challenging, you can try lifting one leg and do the same thing, holding your core steady as you do the row. So no movement through your middle or the ball. Next up, we're going to do standing internal rotation. So again, the band about waist level, and you're going to take the outside arm and just press it down to hold the band steady and create tension on the band. And then from here, pull in and across your waist. Elbows should stay stuck to your waist. So you don't want to be pulling all the way across here. You also don't want to be pulling your torso. You want everything steady. The only thing moving is your hand, rotating at your shoulder. And again, if your band is not long enough, you can just tie it to your anchor point and do your internal rotation here. And then switching sides. Same thing on the other side, holding the core tight, shoulders tall and even. And again, 15 to 20 repetitions of those. All right, then we're gonna come down to the floor. This is a Superman behind the back pass. So come down into your Superman position, legs stretched out, arms overhead. Grab a weight, a very light weight. You're gonna lift up into your Superman, legs and arms off the ground. Circle down, pass the weight behind your back, and circle back overhead. And switch. Circle down again, pass back, and switch your hands, and relax. For this one, you're only gonna do 5 each direction. If you don't have a weight, you can just find something that's a lightweight. I have Amy's soup here. It's probably about 1 or 2 pounds. Same thing, lift up, pass it behind your hips or back, overhead, pass to the other hand, and back. 5 each direction. And next one is the tricep extension. So for this one, you're going to stand on your band, bring your elbow up high. Again, just like everything else, abs tight, stand up nice and tall, good posture. Elbow should be pointing up and close by your head and extend straight up. Drop down and straight up. If you have a hard time with that elbow wanting to wing out to the side, you can use your other hand to help guide it until you get stronger, more flexible in your shoulders. You can use that other hand to help guide your motion. And then switch legs. And same thing on the other side, holding the elbow if you need to. And for this one, the band should be under the same foot as the hand that you're pressing with. If your band is not quite long enough to step on it and do that, you can always kneel. Just do the same thing, kneeling, kneel down on the band, bring it up and do the same thing here, tricep press. All right, one last exercise. Wrist extension flexion. You're gonna come down onto a surface so that your forearm is supported by the surface, and you're just going to extend your wrist. And I'm just using my Amy's soup can again for this. If you have very light dumbbells, 1 or 2 pounds, you could use that also. And again, this is 15 to 20 repetitions, extension, and then you're gonna flip it over, 15 to 20 repetitions of flexion. And you want that forearm to stay flat on the surface. All the motion is coming from that wrist. And then stretch and you're done. That's it. Have a good night.